baby girl, well, go figure. He not being a real nigga, but well, instead of drinking that liquor, come on, baby, come roll with us right now, so. Baby girl, well, figure. He not being a real nigga, but well, instead of getting off that liquor, come roll with us right now, so.
I am Ricky Fontaine. This is Sadu Services.
It's your boy right here, King Solar DJ, the one and only from the MD to the VA. And to my right, I got two fabulous new guests. I'd like to take this time to please introduce yourselves. What's your name?
My name is Ayana.
And tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm from Newport News, Virginia. Mm-hmm. I didn't live here my whole life.
Okay.
Lived in Mexico for 4 years and then moved back to VA.
Mexicano.
Spicy, just a little bit.
When did you do that?
I was like 6, though. 6, moved back when I was 10.
Oh, so you didn't do it. It's more like your parents did it. You just had to float the boat.
Kind of. My mom did it because I didn't live with my dad. He stayed here.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Courtney. Hi.
Let us know a little bit about yourself.
I'm 23, Valentine's baby, birthday next month, so say happy birthday to me. Born and raised here, bounced around between Newport News, Hampton, Yorktown, been around the block, and now I live in Hampton, hanging out.
Okay, that's dope. So we take this time now, like anything y'all got going, independent businesses, anything you want to promote, anything you got like in the tuck, in the sleeve, you want somebody to go find, follow me here, Snapchat me here, subscribe to my OnlyFans over here. Like this is the moment to let us know like what you got going on.
Follow me on Instagram, _CourtneyCat, 3 Ys, 2 Ts. I do TikTok, not so shortly. Find me, just hit 3,000 followers. I'm on Twitter, everything else too, but I don't remember my @ and I do have my own event planning. It's on hiatus right now, but hit me up, Lunar Events on IG. Yeah, that's me.
Lunar Events, how you spell that?
LUNAREVENTS.
Okay.
Look, this is a spelling bee, I'm a fail.
I got you.
Put me on the spot, I'm gonna get nervous.
And now I'm not promoting anything, no.
Nothing, you don't got no Instagram, no
MySpace,
I
just re-downloaded Instagram like today.
You want us to follow you?
You can. Follow me on Instagram at ayana.waters, AAYANA to be specific, because it's not like these regular Ayanas, and it's Waters with an S. Which I think it's funny. It's not like these regular Ayanas. It's not.
You regulars.
She ain't a regular one.
No, not regular.
Yo, Cliff, what we talking about, dog?
Oh.
Describe the real rat.
Ooh. Bring that back.
One more time.
Cut.
I told you, I let this week. Nah, I ain't got to cut nothing. You know what I'm saying? Raw, man. Describe the real last date that you went on.
Oh God, what was the last date I went on?
You want the good, the bad, the ugly, the real one. Don't give me the one before that. I want the last one you went on.
The last one I went. Okay, that one. Okay, so I went on. I can't even remember his name. This is how bad it was.
Nobody asked about his name.
I can't remember his name. But anyways, so we were supposed to go to a movie and then out to eat, which we did do. But the movie was good until he came on telling me this whole ass story about him having to fight people randomly. I don't know, before the movie started. It was just some bullshit. Like, the story sounds so made up. Like, it was so made up. Like, he was like, yeah, these 3 dudes came in and they tried to jump and I beat them all up, and then I got back in the Uber, and then the Uber driver was like, wow, man, you really need to teach me how to fight. Like, I was so serious. I was like, oh, really? He's like, yeah, I had to go pick up my friend from this bar because he got super drunk and got into it with these other dudes. And I was just like, oh, okay. He's like, there was another time where I had went to 7-Eleven and like these dudes came up to me with a knife trying to like rob me. And I just like, they were like, give me your wallet. And I was like, I just dropped it on the floor. Like, really, man, just hand it to me. And then he said he grabbed the knife and made the one dude stab his friend. Yes.
She already thinking Batman and shit.
He said, and at the same time, his Uber was waiting outside for him, right? So he said, like, he stopped the robbery, got his stuff or whatever, and left. Got into the Uber, and the Uber man 2, this one too was like, damn man, you gotta teach me how you did that because you could fight. Like, yeah, mind you, like I'm 5'2". This dude was like 5'3". Okay.
Jackie Chan.
at this point. So like,
crazy.
and then side note, he's really, really into WWE. Okay. Okay.
Rey Mysterio ass.
Facts. So then when we go out to dinner, he gets, because we both drove because I didn't want him to pick me up. I'm like, just in case it was some bullshit, I want to be able to leave. Mm-hmm. Bro, he get out his car, and this nigga is watching WWE. And he said, don't get mad at me, but this is right here is a new episode, and I'm going to watch this, like the whole thing. Mind you, he has it pre-recorded as well. So the whole dinner, he watched WWE. The whole time, he watched WWE.
Where's y'all going to eat at, though?
Applebee's.
Applebee's. Said, where'd you go eat at?
Chocolate 2 for $25.
He said Applebee's, though. Hey, the 2 for $20 with the WWE special. That shit was hard. He was
he at least like prop it up so you can watch it too.
No. He held his phone like this and watched it the whole time.
Shit. That motherfucker ain't
whole
shit.
time.
Yeah, you supposed to prop it up and like, yo,
you were trying to watch it with me, something.
Yeah, we can bond together. You
And
know?
I'm just like, okay.
DTT
That's my
each
favorite
other.
wrestler right there. Like,
Yeah.
We stone cold each other, you know? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Last date.
Mine's nowhere near as exciting. It's very much boring, actually. It's why we never went on a second date. He picked me up. We went to, oh God, was it BJ's? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I've never been there before. So, over in...
Tech Center?
Yeah.
Oh, that brewery.
Yeah. So I went there. It was fine. It's really awkward because he's very like shy and nerdy. And anyone who knows me knows I'm not very extroverted. So I had to carry the conversation in the car and it was really awkward. We get to the restaurant and we're playing Among Us because like we're not having conversation. So I was like, okay, let's play Among Us. So we're sitting there waiting.
At the table?
We're waiting for the table still. Oh. So we're sitting there in the front like playing Among Us. And he's trying to make conversation, but it's so weird. We get to the table, again, it's still weird, and he like judged the sandwich I ordered because he said he didn't like it, and he just kept talking about how gross my food was. And I was just like, okay, well, I'm enjoying my food. So then I stopped talking, and I was just eating, having my drink, and he just goes, okay, well, I'm not talking because I'm eating my food. Why aren't you talking? As I have a bite full of a burger in my mouth. And I was just like, I don't know what you want me to say at this point. So then we kind of just got dinner early. Went to go see the Christmas lights, and that's when I started having a good time because we smoked. And I was just geeking through the Christmas lights, came home, sat on the couch, watched TV for a bit, cuddled. He fell asleep. I sat there ready for him to go for about an hour because I felt bad. I couldn't kick him out. And then he left, and that was it. And then he texted me and was like, why didn't you kiss me at the end of the night? And I was just like, oh, I have no reason.
That's some weird ass shit. Yeah. I wouldn't even say some
Don't date white men.
Oh, he's a white man.
Hey, I shows for
I don't discriminate.
I shows for everybody.
I mean, I'll still give them a chance, but
What's your last date?
I mean, I just got a relationship, so you know.
Oh, they don't count.
Yeah, they don't count. I don't.
I feel like it should still count. It's still a date.
I wouldn't, in couple. I don't really remember everything.
What's the last date that stood out? Ooh. Crickets?
we go.
All right.
All right.
Last day I went on. Where we go? I want to say I went to Little Bit NOLA. It's a little Louisiana spot. I mean, it was Reggie as fuck. Damn. This is funny. When we dropping these?
Exactly. See, yeah.
Why do girls remember dates better?
Girls
so much to say about
though.
ours.
I really don't care. I'm Key Solo. I don't really give a fuck. Anyway, I'm
Oprah. I care.
We went to like a little Louisiana spot. Shorty girl pulled up like 35 minutes late. She sat down. We talked. We ate. She went home.
Hold on, 35 minutes late?
It was a ball game.
Oh, nah.
I mean, like, I was there. Like, what's it gonna do?
Go home.
Right. I'm not.
I ain't eat yet, so I was still waiting.
Fair.
So I guess I could have waited like 20 minutes.
That's how it be when you schedule something like that.
Yeah.
You don't eat all day. Like, I got this
Wait
dinner.
for it.
Yeah, like, I'm trying to
Right.
wait my meal out, but then I'm like, but like, I got a relationship too, so it's like I'm out here just like.
I'm trying to say, like.
Well, all right. Oops.
See what I
Who
get.
gives a fuck? All right, because like I'm not pressed. I'm not pressed on a relationship.
Right.
I'm just outside.
I just can't afford no bitch right now. No female, no queen. You know,
Nice save.
It ain't my job to be disrespectful.
Well,
That's his.
to play devil's advocate, you can't afford no bitch because you don't want to spend time with no bitch, but you also can't afford no queen neither.
He call them bitches. Good job. Good job.
Okay.
Why are first dates so important?
Go ahead. You got it.
Oh God. I feel like they're important because it tells you right then and there. I feel like it helps you not waste time. Because right then and there, I think you will know if you really want to, if you vibe with that person or not. So go on that first date, see if y'all vibe, see if y'all can click. For real. If y'all don't, let's just cut this here and just go ahead and go.
Fair.
But
What if they're nervous though? Like that could have been Mr. Right.
But my thing is, I feel like if someone's
he might have just
nervous-
been
Could
nervous.
have.
I mean, you can tell that though.
Yeah.
As a female, you can tell when someone's nervous most of the time. I can't say all the time, but most of the time you could tell if someone's nervous. So I mean, if you're nervous, if somebody's nervous, I'm gonna call them out. And I'm like, "Are you nervous? Are you?" Because you looking a little shy over there. But I mean, most of the time you can tell if someone's nervous. But first dates like have to happen if you're trying to be in a relationship. I would say.
I feel like I would agree, but I do first dates after, like, if I'm talking to a guy, first thing I do is bring him around my friends. Social setting, so it's less awkward, take some of the pressure off, have a great time. 9 times out of 10 we're drinking. So loosen up, hang out with everyone, have a good time. And then for me, the first date is, do we get along one-on-one? Like, how are we when it's just us?
Right.
So I think that's why it's important for me, because now I can see, this is us in a social setting. What about one-on-one? How do we get along? Do we vibe? Is there a connection? Is there chemistry? Because, you know, in group settings, I feel like you can vibe, you can flirt, you can feel the chemistry because there's other people around, either hyping you up or pushing you to do something. But one-on-one, it's like, okay, what do we do when it's just us? Like, how do we make the energy, I guess?
How do you make that man feel comfortable on the one-on-one when the first thing y'all are out together is a group setting? Because I know a lot of times, like, I'm talking with somebody and the first time she invite me out, it's like some party type vibe. I might think, oh, you put me in the friend zone because you didn't want to do a one-on-one first. Because a lot of times I prefer, let me sit down with you one-on-one, then I'll put you around my friends, and then I'll assess how everything works. Only because in my mind, our one-on-one is more important compared to how comfortable you are with my friends. Because my friends, like, half the time, who your friend right now ain't your friend in a year.
That's true.
Like, that shit be changing wishy-washy as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what do you do to make that person feel comfortable? Because my thing about it, say you do that one-on-one, I'm probably gonna become confused. Like, I don't know what this one-on-one means because last time we was together, you invited me to a shit wedding and I saw you talking to like 10, 11, 12 people. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not together with nobody. So who knows what you was doing on that night? So yeah, what do you do?
I don't know. I feel like it's just the way I talk to people. Because I know usually if I invite someone over for the first time that night, like, I'm with them throughout the night as much as I can be. I'm a very social person, so put alcohol and I bounce around. But I try to make sure, like, I'm around them, I'm talking to them, I'm engaging with them. And then for me, in the sense of, like, if we get to the point of having a one-on-one, it gives us something else to talk about. Like, oh, remember when we did this? Haha. Like, we have something established already instead of going in firsthand and everything's new. You're trying to figure out what you have in common, what to talk about. I'm a memory kind of person. So I'm like, oh, we did this together. We had a good time. We can joke and laugh about it later.
Do you do anything to signify that this is I'm looking forward to something romantic?
Oh, girls always do the little Put your hand on the shoulder, hand around the waist. You know, they come up, they walk behind you, and they do that like glide.
Okay,
Just to let you know.
You do a touch thing.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Some people don't do that. I'm just wondering.
The little subtle things like, oh my god, you're so funny.
Okay.
I don't know. I think I'm different than you in that aspect because I want to do the one-on-one first before I bring you around my friends. If I don't see it going anywhere with the one-on-one, I won't bring you around my friends. My friends might know about you, but they won't meet you unless I'm like, okay, this might go somewhere. Now it's time for you to meet my friends.
Yeah.
So that I can get my friends' opinion, like, how do you feel about him? Like, what is like the vibe are you guys getting from me and him? But two, with me as well, like, I told you before, I'm not really like a jealous female. So I want to see him interact with other people. I told you this the first time I met you.
Oh, I'm not saying
I told you this. I told you this the first time I met you. But I'm not really a jealous female. So I want to see him interact with other people. You know, and see if he's comfortable with that. Because my thing is, I'm like, if we're confident within us, I'm not going to feel some type of way with you, like conversating with other people and engaging with other people. I actually want to see how you are with other people. Because I'm like, if you're not, like, I mean, I feel like I'm a pretty sociable person. Like, I'm an extrovert. Is that the word I'm looking for? I'm an extroverted person. So I'm trying to see if you're extroverted or if you're introverted. So if I'm into you, I'm like, okay, how can we go about this?
Yeah.
You know, type of thing.
Makes sense.
Okay. Love the energy, love where we're at. Do you think social media ruined how people look at dating? Because now you got certain people you got girls brainwashed to the fact where just for me to ask you my girlfriend, I gotta take you to fucking Mexico. Whether it's real or not, what other people are doing. I'm talking about me and you and what we got going on. How has social media affected the dating world?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes,
Without a
100%. Because everyone thinks that, I mean, everyone's, what word am I looking for? The way everyone shows how they care about someone is different. Is you can't, and then like you see on social media, like, oh, this girl's doing it like that, so I guess it's supposed to be like that. When it comes down to dating and when it comes down to relationships, I feel like there's no definite like image. Because everyone's different. Everyone's chemistry is different. What people like are different. So social media, I feel like in a way, tries to make everything look the same, which is boring because it's not reality. Like, you might be into that, but I'm into this. But since social media is saying this is what I'm supposed to be into, people, I feel like, try to, in a way, make that like their thing, and it's not. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So yeah, social media is fake, and people forget that. So
I feel like the only part of that I disagree with is a sense of a lot of times you can see social media on relationships on social media. I don't think they all look the same. I feel like it can come off very similar, but at the end of the day, it's just a picture of a simple moment. Like, oh, everyone stands and poses the same way at this restaurant or wherever. I think even then, like, you can see the differences in relationship on social media. Not to say it's not fake and it's not posed and they didn't go the extra mile to make it look as happy as it is, but I think they still can look different online, but at the end of the day, yeah, it's posed, it's rehearsed, it's practiced. They're showing the highlights and the good parts of it and not the behind the scenes of it. So
I don't know. I have a different aspect on things. Like, me personally, I think that even if things are rocky, you chose to be in that situation with that person.
Right.
So you're not going to try to... you're still fighting, like, you're still, like, if things are rocky, I'm still fighting for things to be perfect.
yeah.
Right.
So I'm going to try my best to amplify that things are good, so that when things do become good, y'all never knew that we ever went through that rocky shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason for you to be inside my personal business when things are going down.
Right.
As long as I'm mentally, like, fighting for us to be together, then public opinion, we're together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. Like, I feel like a lot of times people don't think about that. They forget about their personal objective.
Yeah.
They be like, oh, I'm looking look goofy. But like, I mean, at the end of the day, you chose to be a goofy.
Yeah.
So that's that.
Do you think people take enough time to date themselves, though?
No,
I'm
they
learning
don't.
to do that now, actually.
And that's my thing is that's how I started in the beginning. So there was like a period of time, like For a second, my mom thought I was gay because I wasn't bringing.
Same.
She thought I was gay because I wasn't bringing dudes like around. But I'm like, no, mom. Like, I'm trying to fall in love with myself before I'm trying to build a relationship with someone else. Because like I just always had the mindset of, if I don't love me, then how do I expect somebody else to love me?
Yeah.
So it's like I just focused on myself, fell in love with myself, like comfortable being by myself. So it's just like if I'm with you, then I genuinely want to spend time with you. But I'm okay doing this by myself.
Yeah.
So that I feel like people, they do not. I know so many people where they just like, oh, I just got out of this relationship, I have to hurry up and jump into a next one. And it's like, honey bun, like you need to focus on you. Why don't you build yourself up, build up your confidence, find what you really want, and then whatever you really want out in someone else is going to be attracted to you automatically.
So like me personally, I tell a lot of people, especially in like African American communities and stuff like that, like if you think about in the history, in the past, like African American, like male or female, if you was by yourself, it was very, very like slim chances you'd be able to make it on your own because history speaking, we was always getting less than the average dollar.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? So if you think about your parents, which was taught about your grandparents, you know what I'm saying? Like your grandparents' time period, you could not progress through life, like make it past 25 successfully without having a partner.
Right.
So having a partner was extra like aggressive and trying to find and stuff like that. Where current day, a male or a female, which beforehand, like on especially as a female, that was very slim. Damn shit. Especially as a female, it's very like slim of you being able to provide for your own. But for our demographic, the way it is for like the advancement of women's opportunities and African American opportunities and stuff like that, is like you might take guidance from people above you or take judgment from people above you, but they're not in the same systematic situation that we're into today. You know what I'm saying? So like you being single and not being like certain like progressive or whatever, it could be seen from your parents like, what the fuck? You're not gonna make it.
Right.
You could be like, nah,
I'm good.
I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that makes sense.
That's some heavy stuff over here. I'm in a vibe in the room right now. Because we getting short on time. I got a lot of questions here though. How many chances do we really get at love?
Ooh, that's a tough one. That's really, how many chances do you really get at love?
And I ain't talking puppy love. I ain't talking that shit, you know what I'm saying? You saw, Susie saw Jim at the water fountain, and now I'm talking some real heavy love.
Damn, it's hard for me to answer that. Because to be honest, I've never been in love with nobody but myself, to be honest with you. And I feel like when it comes to that question, it just depends on the person. Mm-hmm. Because I meet people where, yeah, I was in love with this person and I was like heavy in love with this person and this didn't work out and this didn't work out. But it's like, I'm not saying I like have like a checklist, but it's like, there's like things like, I'm like, if it's like, I don't know, if I see something that automatically I know that I can't deal with, I'm just like, look, this is not going to work. The ick. Yeah. The ick. Like, cause like if someone has a quality that I don't like, I automatically think, okay, do I think I can deal with this for the rest of my life? If I know I know I cannot put up with this for the rest of my life, and this is how this person is, because when I meet people, I never have the thought of I need to change them into this way for me. Yeah. This is how you are. I'm either going to accept you exactly like this or I'm not.
Yeah.
So I just think of it as, okay, he does this. Is this something I feel like I can deal with for the rest of my life? No. Then I'm going to tell him right there. I'm like, look, I don't think this is going to go far because of this. Oh, I can change. No. I don't want you to change for me. I want you to change for yourself. So if you feel like this right here is not an issue for you, and I feel like it's an issue for me, then this is not going to work. We're going to butt heads. So I don't know. I guess it just really depends on the person, because I'm really picky when it comes to that.
I feel like you get a good multiple times chances to fall in love. They're all different though. They're never gonna be the same. Every person's gonna be different. Every connection, all the memories, the history, the vibe between everyone's not gonna be the same as the first person you fell in love with or the third person you fell in love with. It just depends on where you're at that point in your life when it happens, I guess. So I don't think there is a set number, but I feel like just when you know.
Oh shit.
Y'all see that post that's like, y'all fall in love with 3 people in your life?
Yeah.
When you asked, that's the first thing I thought of. You got the puppy love. The second one's like you're in deep and they break your heart. And the third one is like your forever love. I don't think it's set to 3, but I do agree with that post.
That makes
You
sense.
learn as you go.
I don't know, me personal, like, the way I do about it is, like, I be loving people, but my love be different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I can't really go in that much depth right now because time is cutting. And we're gonna have to do a part 2.
I was enjoying this.
Yeah, we're gonna do a part 2 because I really want to go more in depth of like different types of love. 'Cause I really feel like people don't really understand. Like, you could love somebody this year, love somebody this other year, and completely different opposite types of people, and there's like different appreciation stuff like that. But you know, it's I Do Services. This is just part 1 of this episode about love. If y'all can just please reintroduce yourselves to the people, because we're gonna have to cut this short. Yeah.
Okay. I'm Ayana.
Okay.
Courtney.
All right. As Ricky Fontaine, he walked off the camera.
And just left.
And I'm King Soul, the DJ, the one and only, from the MD to the VA, and this is Side Do Services. If you're ever in a bad mood, don't forget you can always call on the Side Do